This is the Shijie TLV tele-style guitar, and if you're watching this, you'll know how little information there is up online about this guitar at the moment. 4 weeks ago when I bought this, there was absolutely nothing there, so I have gone ahead and recorded some sound samples of this guitar in action with some comments to follow. So a few things really stood out to me about this guitar. The neck mostly, but also the pickups, the bridge, and the tuners. So I'm going to have a look at those in turn. So the star of the show here is the neck. This is a beautiful piece of wood, roasted maple from Canada, quarter sawn, and extremely smooth. This neck is a joy to play. Shijie say that it is a modern C-type neck. Perhaps to me it felt more like a V or a soft V, but with these profiles it's hard to know, really, isn't it? Taking it out of the case, I felt a little bit surprised. It had a little bit more heft, a bit more girth than I was expecting, but certainly very, very comfortable all the same. I took some measurements, you'll see here, just the first fret, the nut, and then there on the 12th fret. Very unscientific, but it gives you an idea comparing to this guitar, which is a 54 custom shop. This has a U neck, so you would expect this to have a lot more girth, and it does, particularly at the sides. So the tuners, here we've got our Kluson vintage tuners, and if like me you've mostly used Fender and Gibson guitars, these are an upgrade. They are more precise, they're smoother, they just feel expensive and better. So that is a plus point, I think. Tuning stability seems on a par with Fender. I've been in and out of Open G, so it's perhaps a little bit hard for me to judge on that at this stage. So to the bridge, this is the Goto BSTC1. A bridge I know nothing about, to be honest, but I will say that it produces more sustain than the other two Fenders I've got, and it's fairly noticeable, in fact. I think that may have come through in the demos, but if it didn't, it certainly comes through in real life. And it enables me to be able to play slide with low action and 10 to 46 strings, which is something that is never very easy to do. And on my other guitars that all have 10s as well, and similarly low action, I don't really do so well on those. So there's something in this bridge that I'm really enjoying. Lastly, to the pickups. These are custom 52s, made in Japan apparently. Now, I've never been one to go into the weeds on pickups. Either they sound good or they don't sound good, and these sound great. So I will say they do sound slightly different from a traditional Telecaster. I think there's a sort of a woodiness, almost a warmth that is lacking in many Telecasters. This Shijie doesn't quite have that same tele bite, which for me is a welcome thing. For others, maybe perhaps not so much. All in all, I really do like the tone of this guitar. It is tele-like, but it does have its own personality. So there you have it, some thoughts on this guitar, the Shijie TLV tele-style guitar. If you have any questions, do let me know. I know how hard it is to buy a guitar that you can't see or play, so just let me know. I should end this by saying that this was not a sponsored video. 14 YouTube subscribers will not get you a free guitar, unfortunately. So thanks for watching, and roll the outro.